Hello, welcome all to the online class. Today's topic is capital structure. As we know, every organization require a fund to start and run its business. The requirement of fund is continuous for a business concern. Funds are needed in adequate quantity. If funds are inadequate, the business will suffer, and if funds are not properly managed, the entire organization will suffer. Therefore, it is essential to estimate capital requirement as accurately as possible. Capital requirement is estimated on the basis of current as well as future need of capital requirement of the enterprise. So the capital estimated can be procured from various sources. These sources can be equity share, preference shares and debentures. Now the question arises how we have to raise this capital, or we can raise this capital, and if debentures are used, to what extent or up to what ratio or in what proportion we have to use debentures in our capital, in our company structure. Then what should be the ratio between equity and share preference shares in the company. Similarly, what should be the ratio among different sources which we are raising in the company. All these questions are answered in the capital structure. So, in science of engineering, the word structure means different parts of building. Similarly, a company arises its capital from various sources, that is debt and equity, in certain proportion according to some principles of the company. This can be termed as a capital structure. So, capital structure is basically a mix of debt and equity which company uses to finance its long-term operation. In short, capital structure is a particular combination of debt and equity used by a company to finance its overall operation and growth. Debt comes in the form of bond issue or loan, while equity may come in the form of common stock, preferred stock, and retained earning. Short-term debt such as working capital requirement is also be considered to be the part of capital structure. So basically, capital structure deals with both long-term and short-term fund requirement. Long-term means it include both debt capital as well as common stock capital or owner's capital, and then it deals with short-term instruments or short-term funds such as working capital requirement, which should be met in a business day to day. So these are the things which capital structure include. So this capital structure deals with how a company finds its overall operation and its growth. Next is debt means borrowed money which should be repaid at the time of maturity along with a predetermined interest. Next it include equity means owner's capital, where the holders enjoy ownership right without the need to repay any investment made by them. So capital structure deals with debt and equity ratio, which is useful in determining the riskiness of companies' borrowing practices. Next is factors determining or influencing capital structure. While determining the capital structure, a number of factors can be taken into consideration. These factors can be classified into two, that is internal factors and external factors. Internal factors means the factors which affect the company more internally, that is internal factors. First one is size of the business. So it is difficult for a small company to raise long-term debt. Hence, they depend upon share capital and retained earnings. When the company is large, it requires larger amount of capital. It can be raised from it cannot be raised from a single sources. So all the sources are required to raise long-term capital. Hence, it can rely on different types of securities or sources at a reasonable cost. And when the size of the company is medium, he is in a position to procure capital from all the sources. So the size of business also affect the capital structure. Next one is nature of business. When the company is a manufacturing company, it requires investment in fixed asset. In such firm, fixed cost consists a major proportion of the total cost. Thus, this firm have more risk. So, these firms prefer equity capital over debt. On the other hand, when the company is a trading firm, do not have to invest in much in fixed asset. They use only current asset. So the fixed cost of these companies comparatively lower than the manufacturing company. These firms assume lower risk, hence this firm can afford to use more debt. So manufacturing company uses equity shares, as well as trading company users can use debt instrument. Next one is regularity and certainty of income. When debentures should be used only when the company expect a high and regular income. Then preference shares may be used when the earnings are irregular but fairly high. When the company's earnings are uncertain and unpredictable, equity shares alone should be issued. So regularity and certainty of income is an important factor. When debentures are issued when the company is expected a high and regular income. Preference shares are issued when the earnings are irregular but fairly high, and if it is unpredictable and uncertain earnings are there in the company, then preferably equity shares are issued. Next is period and purpose of financing. Equity shares are the best choices for fund required for a permanent investment when the investment is long term, and debentures and preference shares are preferred for medium term financing. So for the long term financing, equity shares are preferred, and for short term financing or medium term financing, debentures and preference shares are preferred. Next is trading on equity. The use of debentures, loans, and preference share capital along with equity is known as trading on equity. It is an arrangement under which the debt and preference share capital are used in such a way to increase the rate of return on the equity shares. So this trading on equity is also known as financial leverage. Next is desire to retain control. If the management has a desire to retain control over the company, they must issue debentures and preference shares rather than issuing equity shares, because equity share means they are the owners of the company, as well as they have the right to participate in the management of the company. Next is asset structure. The quantity of fixed asset and current asset in the total asset also affect the capital structure. If the company has more fixed asset than the current asset, then it is preferred to use debentures and preference shares. On the other hand, when company is having more current asset, then it is better to use equity shares.